Hey, Wrestling Fanatics. Welcome to episode 659 of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. I am Lance Brock. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Once again, not only here on Spreaker, but we are also live on the 360 Wrestling Podcast YouTube channel as well. And hope everyone had a great Monday and a great, huge, long pro wrestling weekend. And like I talked about a little bit on Good Morning Wrestling Fan Morning, was pretty tired after all the pro wrestling watched this weekend. And just a reminder again, new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, episode 658 from last night, going over All in Texas, NXT, the Great American Bash, WWE Saturday night's main event, and also the all women's premium live event, WWE Evolution, from last night. So that is now available. You can listen on Spreaker or wherever you listen to 360 Wrestling Podcasts, and the live stream on YouTube. So you can go watch that at any time, anytime you want, 24/7. And let's get right into it. Tonight, WWE Monday Night RAW, with all the fallout from Evolution and Saturday night's main event, And Raw tonight was live from Birmingham, Alabama. And we kick things off with the new Women's World Champion Naomi, after cashing in her Money in the Bank briefcase last night at Evolution, and making the match between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, which was a very good match, and made it a triple threat, throwing Rhea Ripley into the ring post, hitting the split leg moonsault on Io's Women's World Championship. Cuts out a very good promo, but then she is interrupted by Mommy Rhea Ripley, and then Io Sky makes her way out to the ring. And then we see Raw General Manager Adam Pearce, and he makes it official. SummerSlam, the new Women's World Champion Naomi defending in a triple threat match against both Rhea Ripley and Io Sky in, I believe, just 2 weeks from this weekend. And of women's action tag team match, we have the women's tag team champions in the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, taking on the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Pretty good cheer, 10 minutes, 22 seconds. I forgot to mention, though, before in the back, we saw the Judgment Day in the back. Finn Balor giving everybody kind of a pep talk, kind of telling them to do it for Liv Morgan, rah, 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 like that. And they did. The Judgment Day still has the gold, the World Tag Team Championships, men's and women's, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio, the Intercontinental Champion. And I kind of like how Dom was getting involved during the match, getting on the apron, and as a distraction for the Judgment Day. And Michael Cole brought up how Dominic has been ducking AJ Styles, not wanting to defend the Intercontinental Championship. But he can move up. His moving on wasn't hurt at all. So I thought that was a nice touch. And now back to Raw. We have a 2 out of 3 falls match to determine the number one contender for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. Very good match. I would definitely recommend this one if you did not see it. Lyra Valkyria getting the win, 19 minutes, 59 seconds. Again, really good match. If you did not see it tonight, I definitely recommend you go check it out. And Nikki Bella, her first match back on Raw, taking on Chelsea Green, gets the win with the Rack Attack 2.0, 6 minutes, 23 seconds. And then we get the Secret Service out there. And the number one contender, Gauntlet, to determine the number one contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. We have CM Punk, Braun Breaker, Jey Uso, LA Knight, and Penta. And this one goes 41 minutes, 18 seconds. CM Punk getting the win to become the new number one contender. Will face Gunther at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship. And to be honest, I was hoping that they would go back to Jey Uso giving another shot at the title, but instead we got CM Punk in there giving the next shot. But to be honest, I don't see Punk getting the title. I would say probably, or in my opinion anyway, should retain. Who knows if he actually will or not, but maybe he will, maybe he won't. We will just have to wait and see. Before I wrap up this episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, that was tonight's WWE Monday Night RAW. All right, show had some good wrestling on it. Like I said, I definitely recommend the 3 Falls match with Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. You should check that out if you have a chance. And before I wrap up, I just want to talk about Seth Rollins, his match against LA Knight on Saturday night's main event. Apparently suffering a knee injury, and then it was reported online the next day that it might be work. And I know Dave Meltzer, Sean Ross Sapp, I believe he was one of them too, from Fightful, said it was a work. But Also, I've also seen people say that it was a legit injury, but like I said, talked about this morning on Good Morning Wrestling Fans that John Pollock from Post Wrestling and also Dave Meltzer said the Thursday before that someone who is a trusted source said to watch out for an injury with Seth Rollins. And who knows? You really can't tell in pro wrestling, to be honest. And long time, lifelong wrestling fans like me, start everything is a work. When you first hear something, you kind of automatically think that it is a work just because you're used to it. You're used to storylines, you're used to rules. Who knows? And there was an interview with Paul Heyman on Raw. Didn't get an actual what the injury was, but and then we Heyman with Breaker and Bronson Reed tonight in the Gauntlet. Punk getting the win, and that is all for this episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And remember, listen to last night's episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, going over all the wrestling from this weekend. I'll be back tomorrow morning for 360 Good Morning Wrestling Fans. But until then, I am a wrestling fanatic.